we have a chance to be there if we play the right way, and those are the hockey games you want to play.
1 point out of the playoffs with 20 games left. Boys, keep it going.
There's the hat trick for Taylor Hall. You looking to go someone? I'll go.
Jordan 2-2, Mike Brown, round 2.
Keep doing the right thing every day, kid. Keep doing the right thing every day.
It's really a happy day for me.
Games down, 1 to go. The longest trip in Edmonton Oilers history concludes in another windy city. This one, a mile high. 2.5 weeks together on the road makes for some tight bonds on a hockey club.
Day 17, Bob. Day 17.
A close but very satisfying victory over the league-leading Blackhawks has the Oilers feeling confident as they prepare for the Avalanche.
So after every game, guys, the opportunity for us to learn and develop. We're really trying to pick our spots. It's nothing better than doing this after a win. It's nothing better than doing this after a win for the first regular season win inside that building in Chicago. And lots of great things last night, but as we all felt, there's lots of things to learn off of this game too, to make us a better team. And the process is what we're all about here, and we know the results will come if we stick with this process and we continue to learn from it.
Preparation is also important for members of the larger Edmonton entourage.
How you doing? I'm good, thanks.
TV host Gene Principe has become well known for his pre-game shtick. But Gino's on-air fun with puns takes some careful setup.
You know, Oilers are leaving right after the game, so I'm just kind of finishing up some packing. Then I'll end up probably like picking this up and just kind of dropping it. Hi everybody, welcome to Tell Us Oilers Hockey. I'm Gene Principe. We know the Edmonton Oilers have been away for a long time, Damon. I have to apologize. I ran out of time a little bit today, so I'm just going to do a little bit of packing. Get that there. Oh my goodness, I just dropped my laundry. Can you believe it? But I will tell you who's going to be wearing the hockey pants in net for Edmonton tonight, and it will be Devin Dubnyk.
With number 40 back between the pipes after a rough night in Chicago, the Oilers look to take full advantage of their opportunities against Colorado, both well-earned and otherwise.
Sean Horkoff takes advantage of a miscue and has 2 in 2 games.
Oh, is that nice? I think the key points for us are to stick with the improvement of our defensive zone, number 1.
Nice. Too strong. What a can save by Devin Dubnyk.
And stick with the offensive habits that took us into that lead yesterday, and that was the aggressiveness in front of the net, simple plays to get there.
Whitney steps into a slap shot. There's the puck, and swelled home.
The hard plays out of our end.
But a good combination defensively for Jones and Gagne, and here comes BRB cutting.
Go, Megan!
What a goal!
And we keep building and improving here against Colorado, guys.
Dude's ready here, dudes. Here we go, Halsey. Let's go get it. Boys, the pressure hard. We gotta move the puck. We're gonna move it quick, guys.
Hopkins scores, but he's got a power play marker here. Jan Hayda fires a shot. You think the save? Ladislav Schmid that blocked that one.
Play hard here. Come on.
A night of balanced scoring and solid work in their own end produces a 4-0 win that leaves everyone on the visitors' side feeling pretty pumped.
No, really every part of it got into everything. So,
Check was good, which zone was really good. We were strong and heavy on pucks and got them out of our zone, just kept the game simple. Nothing was fancy.
no, it was good. Great discipline. It was a good job.
Most of us fuel our own long road trips with as much fast food as we can stomach. The Oil had to wait until the end of theirs for a pizza party, under strict orders from nutrition boss T.D. Force, of course. While the Oilers starter savors his first shutout of the season, backup Jan Denny returns to Oklahoma City.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep.
With a victory in relief over the Hawks on his scorecard, number 34 gets a well-deserved pat on the back on his way to the farm. For the rest of a tired Oilers squad, it is finally time to unwind and go home.
Here we go. Here we go. And suck it back. Straight.
You missed that foot? Yeah. Right in the center, right in the heart.
They're heading back to Edmonton with 8 hard-earned points on the road.
I was very pleased the way we rebounded on this road trip. I was more concerned after the tough games in Detroit and Nashville how they would respond. And with Sean coming back in the room, I liked his message in the dressing room. I liked the fact that he came in and showed terrific veteran leadership, and our guys responded. So that gives me a good feeling that desperation card can be played by this hockey club, and that's what we are, a desperate hockey club.
Greg McTavish.
I waited a long time to come up here, buddy.
After 3 weeks as road warriors, the Oilers returned to friendly ice. The road had its share of bumps and potholes, but the team achieved their main goal. The playoff cut line remains within reach.
A year ago, we were over 20 points out of the playoffs. 2 years ago, over 30 points out of the playoffs. And now to see that line just ahead of us and to actually be able to touch it and to feel it and to understand what teams around the playoff battles have been going through is what we're looking at. We are still fighting as hard as we can every day to get to that line.
It's great to be home, but there's no such thing as a gimme in this league. A tough foe waits in the wings.
We need a streak of a few games here to put ourselves right back in the picture. Usually this is the time where you'll start to see some separation. There will be some teams that pull away, and we just want to make sure we stay with that pack and give ourselves a good chance here. So it starts with this game tonight against Detroit at home.
Mike Brown gets ready for his first home game in orange and blue. Brown's hard-nosed play through the back half of the road trip may have cost another Oiler his job. Ben Eager has been waived.
It's probably a hard day for him, not being able to be picked up from another hockey club. But like we said before, there's competition. There's competition within our dressing room, and not just the people that you can move up and down without waivers.
The difference this year was those were 2 huge wins. Keep this shit going. Yeah. These are the games you love playing. Yeah. It was 1 point out of the playoffs, so 20 games left. Boys, we win tonight. Go, boys! Come on, let's start here. Here we go.
Probably the biggest step we need to take as a group is to be able to be patient at home the way we were on the road, not feeling any pressure to get the results quickly, and we are in control of our destiny.
Shoot it, Holden. Oh, went down the middle, he scores! Taylor Hall!
Coming off 2 big wins that closed out their road trip, the Oilers are a confident bunch.
Nice, that's nice.
Tonight, they look to avenge their shutout loss to Detroit in Hockeytown just over a week ago.
Jordan 2 to Mike Brown, round 2. Brown gets that right hand going.
Nice, Woody. No ice, get on, Harvey.
Opportunity now to shot. Howard makes the save, and Gagne scores.
You look at the playoff race, and we're just on the outside. To come back from that road trip and striking distance from having that spot, it gives us confidence. It's exciting around here for the first time in a long time that we know we have a chance to be there if we play the right way, and those are the hockey games you want to play.
It's been said the worst lead in hockey is a 2-goal lead. Against the Red Wings, the Oilers go into the third period, ahead by 2.
Detroit's tied the game.
Jeff Petrie, he put the puck in his own net. It's a tough break for Jeff Petrie.
That's all right. We got the next one. That's all right.
Momentum turns on the thinnest of edges.
Now Dadson, wrist shot, score. 3-2, Detroit.
It's a hard lesson the Oilers are still learning.
We know the game plan that we have to play if we're going to have some success in here. And for 40 minutes last night we played it, and it was just a matter of losing some discipline. And so it's something that we've addressed in here, and we're going to get better at down the stretch here.
A 4-game homestand means a little more face time between the team and their fans.
Chris, I'm Ryan.
Ryan Jones makes acquaintances with someone from the old hometown.
I haven't seen this logo in like 15 years. Nice, thank you, Chris. Thank you. You want to get a picture?
Welcome to Rexall. Well, thank you very much. Really nice.
For a couple of other Oiler diehards, a game on St. Paddy's Day brings something even better than green beer.
We're going to take you for a tour right now of the catwalk, show you some history up there, something you've never seen, some stuff that's up there.
Oh, yeah. What did you say to me when I was 10 years old? Hey, man, I always want to watch a game from up on that perch, and I remembered, so now we're doing it.
It's kind of how it all happens backstage.
Glenn and Mike Saloy have been coming to Rexall Place on a regular basis since the Oilers joined the NHL. And we're not talking about a short drive across town either.
So neither of us have ever been a resident of Edmonton. I currently live in Yellowknife now, and Dad lives in Lloyd.
This is our 430th game together. We started when Mike was a little boy, and we just loved it so much.
Pull me out of school and bring me up from North Battleford. We'd go to the game, and afterwards, hop back in the wheels and drive back. Back then, it was the thrill of seeing the players, the excitement, coming from a small city to a big city, seeing Wayne Gretzky, of course, and all these guys. So it's just a thrill to come watch and be in oil country.
All your guests, right? Yeah, these are all my guests. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Holy. All my life, I wanted to be up here, buddy.
How you doing, guys?
Mr. Craig McTavish.
Hey, I know him.
Craig.
So many years ago. I waited a long time to come up here, buddy. This is the biggest surprise.
This is where the game looks really easy.
Yeah.
You get this panoramic view, you lose the speed of the game, and you lose the toughness.
Nice to meet you, Greg. Nice meeting you. Take care.
Support.
Yeah, you bet, bud.
Take a look. That number 5 in the 85 banner is actually an upside down 2. Obviously ran out of 5, threw in an upside down 2, and no one was really none the wiser, right? We replaced these banners about 10 years ago because they, through time they're getting the whole and faded. So then when they redid it, the guy did it right, where he actually put a 5 instead of an upside down 2. Kevin Lowe himself said, no. I want the upside down 2.
My dad's always wanted to come up to the perch and watch a game from here. The Oilers put it together and made it happen, and smiling. Look at that, eh? Awesome. Wow.
As this father and son can attest, it's doubly nice to have the best seats in the house on a night when the home team puts on a good show.
Weber steps into another shot, and that one was blocked by Mark Fistrick. Huge hit by Mark Fistrick right in front of the Oiler bench. Kostitsin can't get that puck to settle down, and it goes out, and Gagne's on it. Sam Gagne moving in with Leonard Petrell. Petrell fires the puck, he scores! Leonard Petrell, short-handed goal!
With points in 4 straight games, their longest streak of the season, the Oilers are only 2 points out of the playoffs with 20 games left.
2 points, what? Hey, you broke your streak.
The race is on.
What do you call this, the Petrie Olympics?
It's March 20th, the first day of spring, at least officially. There's a low-pressure system outside. But on the ice, it's definitely high pressure.
Scores! Sam Gagner, power play goal. That's 5 goals in 5 games for Gagner.
The midpoint of the homestand brings the Sharks back to town. Their first date at Rexall Place this season didn't go so well for the Oilers. But tonight, the home team holds the upper hand for most of the game.
Nick Schultz breaks in, centers, deflected, score! Sean Hornkoff, the captain, has broken the tie. It's 2-1 Edmonton.
It's a hard place, and let's keep going one way, guys.
Here's a wrap-up score! Ryan Jones, his first of the year off the draw. 3-1 Edmonton.
Number 28's first marker of the season stakes the hosts to another 2-goal lead. Uh-oh.
We've had leads that we let slip away, and there are teams, big, strong teams in the Western Conference that can push very hard.
Game is tied.
To learn to play team defense under that kind of pressure is another building block that we're working on.
The Sharks pull this one out of the fire. The Oilers come up 1 point shy.
All right, we got a point, boys. We leave that behind, we go. Gotta stay positive. We're still right there. Keep getting points.
Returning to practice, the Oilers hone their finishing skills for next time with a little high-stakes shootout competition.
For the win! 7-1.
There are lots of other things to work on too, including man-on-man coverage in the defensive zone, minding the gap, as it were.
Stay up, Justin. Stay up. Stay up. Stay up. Attaboy. Stay up. Stay up. Stay up. Don't worry about the puck. Don't even think about. No, I'm just saying. Don't even think about the puck. Just think about gapping.
They like try to gap up and then they just stop skating.
Well, then you got to stop skating, and then you accelerate when he accelerates, right? This is the time to get beat. Keep doing the right thing every day, kid. Keep doing the right thing every day. Every day. That's the way, Pax. That's the way. Let's do some flippers.
Another acquired skill is maintaining an even keel through ups and downs. Case in point, the team's hard-working young minutes played leader, Jeff Petrie.
What do you call this, the Petrie Olympics? When Jeff comes to the rink right now, he's found a rhythm. Mentally, he's really strong, whether it's good things, bad things happen. That was a fiver. And understands that this is a long season. There's an awful lot of opportunity for both good and bad to happen. He's a baseball player, exactly.
The Oilers' number 2 comes by at least some of his impressive hand-eye coordination genetically. His dad is retired Major League ballplayer Dan Petrie.
Always played both sports, and surprisingly, hitting the ball was one of my downfalls of baseball. I was more of a fielder. But, there's a lot of things that do transition into the game.
As a former pro athlete, Petrie Sr. has also given his son some valuable advice on dealing with hard knocks in the spotlight.
He's told me that, not everything's going to go your way. You got to continue to work, and, if something doesn't go your way, it's over, and you just got to focus on whether it's your next shift, next game, and just, not let it eat you up.
I think what's really important with a player, once a mistake has been made, is to come back as a professional and continue to do the same things right over and over and over again. So having those mistakes in a lot of ways is a good thing.
Game 30 of the lockout-shortened season.
Let's just compete here, boys. Everyone compete.
The Oilers wrap their latest homestand with another go at the defense-minded Blues.
Our score 1-0 after 2.
As always, it seems, St. Louis works to throw a blanket over the Oilers' speed and skill.
Save made by Halak.
And then take advantage of their own chances in transition.
Dean scores off his own
It works.
to extend St. Louis's lead. For Edmonton, they've reeled off the game's last 4 shots on goal. It's just tough to come back against this Blues
they're a good
hockey
team.
The Oilers have battled tonight. They've just been outplayed by St. Louis.
And that might be the finishing touch on this one.
And the Blues skate off with a 3-0 verdict. The final horn goes.
Back in the room, Ralph Kruger knows his team has got to find more than they showed tonight if they're going to stay in the playoff picture down the stretch.
I know we all know that's a long way from where we want to be, how we want to play. And we got hammered today. We got hammered everywhere. This is the test. It's easy when you get points, when we win or we tie or we do something. This isn't easy. This is a mountain very high to climb over right now. We put it in front of ourselves and we gotta go up that thing together. We're going on the road. We're gonna get these points back.
Are you looking to go with someone? I'll go. I'll go.
The first game in a back-to-back set on the road takes the Oilers to Nashville for the rubber in their season series with the Predators.
That's an awfully big lens you got, if you know what I mean.
Edmonton's last visit to Music City was the season's low point.
For us to dig deep after the 6-0 loss in Nashville, to be able to regroup, was very, very revealing of the character in this group.
Shoot that thing on the net. That's early in the game. Boy, Petey! Look at a little middle!
We have no quit in our group right now. The resilience that we've seen in the young heart of our team is really something we can build on in the future.
After touching bottom here, the Oilers have pushed themselves back up. They've collected points in 5 of their 6 games since. They're back in contention for a spot in the playoffs. Tonight, the visitors strike first.
Otter lets it go, and he scores. A power play goal, and the Oilers have a 1-0 lead.
D-side!
But the Preds have always been a tenacious team, especially at home. And they claw their way on top.
Irak keeps it alive, gets it to Kostitsin. Opportunity, they score, and it's 2-5.
You know, we're never going to be able to win every game. Having leads and learning how to close games is certainly something that makes you a playoff team and that we need to improve on. The important thing is having those experiences. You cannot replace experience with anything. You have to go through it, whether it's painful or whether it's pleasurable.
We gotta go now! There you go! Jonesy, that a boy! Fight like this, guys. Let's fight like this.
It's another chink in the puzzle that we get and that we can build on for the futures.
Hemsky's got Horkoff in front, trying to get it to him, and it did go in.
Win or lose, tight contest or blowout, every game delivers its share of lessons. Each one of them carefully documented and filed away for later use by the Oilers coaches.
I got my game feed here and a duplicate up on the screen so I can see it. And then I've got all the coaches' laptops over here and I'm giving them all the clips at the end of the game so that they can review everything that we mark.
Mark that down for me, thanks, Paul.
Bucky just called down a play because he wants to see, it was a really good chance that Ebbs just had. And he wants to review it for tomorrow, see how we got the scoring chance and why we got it.
The Oilers press hard.
Gagne turns, a chance for one last shot.
But they come up a goal short at the buzzer.
It is the Nashville Predators who will win the rubber match in the season series.
It's disappointing, but the game sweat isn't even dry before one veteran starts preparing for tomorrow night's game in St. Louis.
Some nights are tougher than others, but we're all competitors. We all want to win. And one thing you can control is your work ethic. You got to make sure that you're prepared and ready to go.
Celebrity sightings are pretty common in Nashville, but you wouldn't expect to run into an Oiler Hall of Famer. Here to scout Finnish NHLers for the upcoming World Championships, Jari Kurri offers his take on this Edmonton squad.
It's actually the first time I saw them play. They have a great future, you know. We all know that the great talented guys they have on the team, you know. All you need to be a little bit patient and wait some time, you know. It always takes some time, like going back to the 80s for our team, you know, take 4 or 5 years to get us going, you know. So it's more about patience and get things going and get more experience.
If former Oilers are scattered far and wide, so too are fans of the team. They show up in droves in cities across North America.
Follow the team to Detroit the first time in my lifetime, so very exciting, and it's nice to know that they're living and staying in the same hotel as us. Yeah.
Die-hard fans are die-hard fans.
For some, it's a matter of putting love ahead of hometown loyalty.
I live here in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm an Oilers fan because I know it pisses them off so much.
You think Taylor Hall's the goalie?
No, I didn't. I never said that. My favorite goaltender, Abby Boulet. Yes. It's going to be a total shootout, man. It's going to be 3-0.
For newest Oiler Mike Brown, Chicago native and former Leaf, changing allegiances has not been difficult. He's quickly established himself as a trusted teammate.
During the season, trade is a little weird. I've always played against these guys, and you know, it's always been a tough group to play against. A lot of skill, you know, young group that's real talented. And now that I'm being on this side, it's exciting to be a part of, and I'm enjoying my time here being an Oiler, and it's been fun so far.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day.
I mean, you can see it. Just recently, we were 1 point out of playoffs, and you know, this time of year in this schedule compressed season, you know, those 2 points are so huge, and for us, it's more about just getting the points, and we got to find a way to start winning these games.
Morning skate ends with the word. Nick Habibulin will make his first start in almost a month. Habby and his teammates are looking for payback against a St. Louis squad that beat them pretty soundly at Rexall Place 3 nights earlier.
We need better support there, boys.
From opening puck drop, the Oilers set the tone. They won't be pushed around by the Blues tonight.
Shoot that!
3-on-1, Taylor Hall slides it over to Everly, and he scores.
The way we entered the game, with the aggressive 5-man team defense, which turned into team offense. Those goals truly catapulting out of the defense on the rush, 5-on-5, and then dealing with that lead.
That's it, you warrior!
It was truly the most outstanding defensive start of our team this season.
Zabotka fires a shot. Great save by Habibulin.
Nikolai Habibulin made some critical saves, amongst them a couple of breakaways that he stopped.
Breakaway, Perron, backhand, stopped by Habibulin.
In the meat of the game, you need goaltending. Nobody in the Western Conference can win games without strong goaltending. Nikolai definitely gave it to us in St. Louis.
In a rough affair like this one, everybody on the team has an important role to play.
Basically, I bring physical play. If I need to fight, I'm going to be there to defend my teammates or get energy in the game.
Are you looking to goal someone?
For me, it's you know, I love playing that.
I'll go. I'll go.
Just get your team fired up. Get the boys going. It's you know, it's a great you know, it's a great thing. And you know, I'm happy that I have this, and I don't think I can play any other way.
This is it right here, guys. This next period makes April important.
The view from here looks pretty good. Coming off their 3-0 win over St. Louis, the Oilers return to Edmonton, just a handful of points out of 8th place. He just got back from the road, but the youngest Oiler says "nyeh" to a day off.
And then shuffle back. I had a day off, but I'm trying to work every day and do some extra stuff, what I have to do and what I need to do. Tighter though, you don't want to straighten them. Yeah.
His work ethic's fantastic. He's not satisfied, and he always wants to strive for excellence. He wants to always improve himself. He's always one of the first guys to grab me after practice to want to work on his shooting, work on his stick handling, work on his acceleration. It's great to see that work ethic in such a young man.
This comes from my dad, actually. He was a coach, and if you want to play in the NHL, you don't have to work like crazy, you know? And I think best players who play in the NHL, now they're working hard, and that's why they're best, I think.
A trio of critical games at Rexall begins with a visit from the much improved Blue Jackets.
And the first goal of the game comes just 10 seconds in.
We're okay here. We're okay here.
Everybody on the body here, boys. Everybody on the body here.
Hall to Everly. Jordan Everly dances in. Jordan Everly scores!
You guys, all they need you guys.
3-on-2. Oilers in a line change. There's a shot and there's a goal.
Come on, let's just fun here.
Jones centering pass. Yakupov drop pass. What a goal! The captain, John Horcoff.
A couple of highlight reel goals thrill fans and leave the Oilers tied with Columbus after 40 minutes. But the head coach clearly doesn't like the effort unfolding in front of him.
We're not really sure what kind of a team we're going to be. Mark, I remember you saying something in January as a captain of this team, and that is you wanted to play games of value in April. Are you not sick and tired of not doing that here with the Edmonton Oilers? Are we going to be a losing team or a winning team? I'll tell you right now, there's no choice in this. The Edmonton Oilers are going to build a winning culture. That's it. It's not a choice. The only thing that's going to happen is people are going to fall out of the way of what's happening here. This is it right here, guys. This next period makes April important. Right here, 20 minutes. Get in it. All together on this. Let's go, guys.
Lay out points right here, boys. Bad. The ones we need, right here. This is it, boys. Right here. Start him up with your name up. This is the game.
Hey, we're letting us get to the net. We're going to keep doing that.
Go, guys. Come on, boys. We can't wait here. Let's go.
Hansen moving in. Johansson to Calvert. What a save by Devin Dubnyk.
Boy, Doobie.
Now, Alex Hemsky. Back the other way. Hemsky moving in. Alex Hemsky scores! Yeah! Alex Hemsky! Woo! It's 5-4 Edmonton.
Aggressive at the puck. Stay with your guy. Here we go. Come on.
Anisimov at the point. Throws it towards the net. There's a block. An opportunity. Sam Gagner. Does he have it? Rolling towards the net. It's in! Sam Gagner! His third point of the night.
Beating the Blue Jackets is a good start. But the Oilers' next test should be an even stiffer one.
Corey Schneider will probably play because he won all those 6 games in a row.
Lead pass, Taylor Hall's got an early chance. Right wing, Green shots. 16 seconds into the game.
It's the first time we've ever scored.
Last score. Vladislav Speed.
The Canucks are going to be pulling Corey Schneider. In comes Roberto Luongo. 2:05 into the opening period.
Here comes Hall. Shoots and scores. And Edmonton has greeted Vancouver with 3 goals inside of 3 minutes.
There's no change though, boys. Stay aggressive, boys. Play our game. Stay aggressive.
To Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Down low. Hall shoots and scores. There's a hat trick for Taylor Hall.
Keep the pace up, guys. Keep the pace up. That's it.
Dubnyk's going to get his shutout. Taylor Hall's already got his hat trick. And this one's over.
A team full of youngsters will probably never have a lot of early risers. But Oilers captain Sean Horcoff is definitely a morning man.
I've always enjoyed being at the rink plenty early and spending time here. I'm just preparing, so for practice or for games, I'm a 3-hour guy. And when I was a kid, I think my dad, the first thing he ever taught me in terms of hockey was that people notice work and people notice effort. If you have those 2 things, you're going to go a lot farther than the average person. And then when you get to the NHL, you realize that you're not the only one like that.
NHL trade deadline day is looming. But Ladislav Smid is one Oiler who knows he won't be going anywhere else.
Sorry, and you are official.
Really? 4 more years.
You're signing your life away. It's going to be official.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Yeah, right.
Really a happy day for me, that I'm gonna get to stay here. I'm gonna be part of this organization for hopefully 4 more years, and I'm gonna get to grow with this group. No, it's very important to me.
Hey, Ladislav, let's have a talk, okay? You and me.
Now in his 7th season with the Oilers, number 5 continues to work hard on his shutdown game.
PK the other day, all fundamentals aside, how many times you battled, you had your fist in guys' faces, you were battling in front of the net. It was unbelievable how strong you were in front of the net. And then it was like, oh my God, where did that battle go? Ryan the slot was lost, ends up with a battle in front of the net, okay? Once you go down on the puck, now you're completely out of the play.
I couldn't find the puck, and I saw him coming, so I wanted to cover it, but I knew I couldn't hold it. I should have went down.
Yeah, to me, instead of if you can't find it in your skates or whatever, turn, take a stick, push somebody out of the way, and then go to the puck. But if everybody does that, there's no play. Always just be thinking lift sticks, knock bodies down. So now, you've done your job, allow someone else to come in and do their job, and then the whole thing's all finished. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
The Oilers' homestand closes with another go at their oldest rivals.
It's been a long time for us since we've had 2 games against Calgary that are going to mean so much to our season, and that's great. It's great for the players, it's great for the fans, the ones that have been through the 80s and when the Battle of Alberta really started.
Hall finds Justin Schultz wide open, shoots and scores!
I think for young guys, when you first come in, you just don't, you don't realize how intense it is, but, they'll notice tonight.
Intercepted by Justin Schultz, centers for Hall, backhander, score!
As they get older and this team becomes theirs, the onus is going to be on them to produce and come up big in those situations.
Yakupov to Jones, back to Yakupov, shot, score! And that, ladies and gentlemen, should seal the deal.
And with this win today, we've taken destiny in our hands. We don't need to watch any other scores for the rest of the season.
What if I gave you, with Anaheim second, I gave you a third the following year?
The Oilers' Swedish Style Patrol has just doubled in size.
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Anton Lander is back.
Shalla.
He's fresh off a record-setting 6-point night in Oklahoma City. He's been conditioning there since the foot he broke in February was cleared for action.
To be in the playoff with Edmonton will be really fantastic and awesome. Just need to take game by game now and try to get into it. So I'm just happy to be back right now.
While the team heads out on the season's last major road trip, 4 games in 6 nights, management and scouting staff stay behind and roll up their sleeves. It's trade deadline day.
There's a lot of good ideas in here.
This year, as in many of late, much of the trading has already been done by now. The day starts quietly. But finally, the Oilers get a bite. A depth center with impressive numbers in the faceoff dot.
He takes a lot of draws.
He does. He was 70% in the playoffs. Yeah. 73 total?
73.
So you'll do the deal on a fourth? Okay, hold on. We'll do the deal for a fourth first. Yeah?
I would.
Okay, we'll do it.
Just pick up. What price do you get from Tiverton? What's good, yeah? Listen. You got it?
Yeah.
Are we the first trade?
We're the first.
A fourth?
Fourth.
This year.
Yeah, because we don't have one next year.
Right.
Actually, try to do next year. Did anybody tell Stu that he just lost a pick?
Scary.
We gave up a fourth to get Smith.
Okay. We still have more picks you can trade. I'm not trading him.
I have a trade for you. We're trading our 4th round pick in this year's draft to the Florida Panthers in exchange for Jared Smithson.
DB says 2 thumbs up on the Smithson deal. My mom and dad know him well and says he's a great kid. Oh, yeah.
Wish we get him on Saturday, probably Monday.
As word of the trade hits the media, GM Steve Tambellini instructs his coach to give the squad a heads up in Calgary.
Okay, just keep it with you, but I just want you to know that we got the center, Smithson, right-handed center.
Whether they'll admit it or not, this is always an anxious day for NHLers. With an important rematch against the Flames tonight, they need to focus on the right things, not the things beyond their control.
I'm doing good. I understand this is kind of a big day for you. So you just...
For new Oiler Jared Smithson, this is a memorable day for more than just the obvious. His fiancée is about to give birth to the couple's first child.
Congratulations, Jen. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Don't get me wrong, I'm super pumped to be coming there. It's just a big day.
Yeah. Totally understand.
One deal down, the GM pitches another.
We offered Anaheim second. How would you feel about if we kept that and added a third next year? Or do you think that's too much?
No, it's like I said to you before, like if this guy's a guy that you feel can be your for the next couple of years, that's not expensive. That's second.
What if I gave you, with Anaheim second, I gave you a third the following year?
While everyone waits on a final decision, there's not much else to do besides track the play of other teams.
Is the deal confirmed in many?
No, but they pulled Larson and the other kid off the ice. Dorsett, Brassard, and Moore.
Dorsett, Brassard, and Moore.
Gabby. Gaborik has agreed to waive his entry and go to Columbus. Elliot Friedman.
Oh.
Yes. He has waived it. Bishop's going to Tampa.
They say what Tampa gave him?
4th and Conacher.
4th and Conacher.
30 seconds.
The deadline passes with no further moves by the Oil. It's a vote of confidence in the lineup that's getting ready at the Saddle Dome.
Today was more about how do we make this team better, and not about deleting for a future draft pick or something like that. That's the message of what's going to happen to our team tonight, is the fact that this was about trying to give you something more to get our team in the playoffs.
One-timer score, and this game is tied.
NHL trade deadline is now behind them.
Thanks. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Gotta look out for him. Yeah, no kidding. All right.
The Oilers understand their GM has given this group the chance to prove they have what it takes down the stretch.
It's nice to keep the core intact. It shows some confidence from management that we can get the job done, and you know, we got to go out there and do it.
As they warm up for tonight's rematch with the Flames, the Oilers know they've achieved one big objective they set for themselves at the start of the season. They are indeed playing meaningful games in April.
It's not easy for a team that's kind of never been in a situation like this before, and games are going to be that much tougher, and we're going to have to be that much more ready. So just ramping up our game at the right time is going to be huge.
Let's play, guys.
We look forward to these divisional challenges, whether it be Calgary or Vancouver. These need to be games that we really buckle down and find ways to get wins.
Calgary is always a proud squad.
Shadowed by Hall, trying to center that. Tip, quick, that score! Glenn Cross, backhander, off the post, rebound, stage and scores!
They start hard, jumping out to a quick 2-goal lead.
You can do it.
But the Oilers regroup.
Fight, and here's Mike Brown with a couple of right hands.
And show their mettle. They won't be denied.
Petrell, left wing, takes the wrist shot, and that handcuffed McDonald, but he fought it off with a save. Petrie scores! From the point, it may have been tipped.
We got a good group in here, off the ice. We're all good friends.
Here's Hall, backdoor, one-timer score! Ryan Whitney, his 4th of the year, and this game is tied 2-2.
We're continually learning and getting better, and that's exciting for us.
One-timer score! Nail Yakupov!
When you're in a playoff race like this, all you have to do is focus on your next game. It's cliche, but that has to be our focus, and continually trying to get better and battling for each other. And there's a better group of guys I'd like to go on the stretch with.
Hemsky in front, a quick shot block. Rebound, Nugent scores! He's got his 3rd of the year, and Edmonton has exploded to a 5-2 lead.
tonight's a good night, and you gain confidence from it.
Shot Nugent off his rebound in front. Eberle shoots and scores. 6-2.
You know, we got another tough test ahead of us, and we just got to keep playing the same way and hopefully keep winning here.
For Hall, ahead to Eberle, over the line, left wing, back to Hall, back to Eberle, range shot, score. That is just sick.
We knew it'd be a battle to be in the playoff spot, and we're right there.
Here's Ryan Smith, backdoor one-timer, score. Nail Yakupov.
If we can win a couple more games from here on and play the game we want to play, I think we're going to be fine.
With this win, their 5th straight, the Oilers have jumped into 8th place in the Western Conference. It's far from over, but for the first time since their cup run in '06, Edmonton holds down a playoff spot in the spring.